for another edition of the news on Label TV, your Pan-African channel. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the 12:30, your midday news edition on this Pan-African channel. We open this edition with the headlines by Gotiper channel.
The CEO of Label TV and Radio, accompanied by its general manager and some collaborators, and a representative of the National Agency of Digital Infrastructures and Frequencies of Gabon, represented this Pan-African media master of satellite coverage in Africa at DISCORP 2018 in Dubai, a well-placed strategy to increase its visibility and popularity worldwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, welcome to this news edition, this special 12:30 on Label Television, your Pan-African channel. We open with launched on February 25, 2018 at the Intercontinental Dubai Festival City. DISCORP Dubai is a 3-day market of more than 800 participants, including 200 international sellers of films, TV content, adaptation rights, and distribution channels. The details in this report.
This market exhibition, initiated by Patrick Zukuwiki Jukod, based in Los Angeles 30 years ago worldwide, counts for its second edition in Dubai. Over 400 buyers seeking foreign programming, 300 broadcasters, public and commercial, cable, satellite and mobile, paid TV operators and VOD platforms. This diverse content market also features a focused co-production forum on business in the Middle East, North Africa and the Indian subcontinent. Countries such as India's guest of honor, the United States, France, Korea, the United Kingdom, Turkey, and the region of sub-Saharan Africa are validly represented at this edition. The founder of the DISCORP, this market that is spreading more and more in Africa, did not fail to explain its objectives and motivations.
We created the DISCORP markets at a time when emerging new territories were still an unknown quantity for a lot of television content distributors, and as you know, the time went by, we decided to explore more and more territories. So we now have several different markets, one in Abidjan, one in Johannesburg, one in Zanzibar, and one in Dubai, where you're now. Well, we expect business. I mean, our market is really driven by business. We try as much as we can to organize meetings with for our participants, between buyers, sellers, and producers of television content. So we try to generate business between people from all over the world, so that they can come and have an opportunity to share their content or their projects with other players. Well, we try to we've been working in Africa for the last 10 years, so it is indeed for us very important to have every single country in Africa attend our markets. We specialize in specific region. The market in Abidjan covers Francophone Africa. The market in Johannesburg is today billed as being the biggest market in the world for content made in Africa. We're launching a new market in Zanzibar for Eastern Africa. We have plans to launch an event also in Lagos. So we see that there is more and more business happening in Africa between countries from Africa. So the biggest development for us is to see business taking place between African countries.
These many reasons that led Mactar Silla, CEO of the Pan-African Television and Media Label TV and Radio, to seize the opportunity to increase the visibility of its media, inaugurated in August last year in Libreville, Gabon. The African continent was represented by only 2 medias, including Label TV and Radio and the Ivorian Radio and Television, in short RTI. Also, note that more than 50 independent producers from the Middle East also attending DISCORP Dubai and participate in a program of sidebar training, construction, deals, networking and pitching. The reunions on demand services are provided 6 weeks before the market and are also available on site.
As announced in the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Label TV and Radio, accompanied by its managing director, some collaborators, and a representative of the National Agency of Digital Infrastructures and Frequencies of Gabon, ANAF, represented the Pan-African media tenor of the satellite coverage in Africa at DISCORP Dubai 2018. Get the details.
This market exhibition, initiated by Patrick Zukowieke Code, based in Los Angeles 30 years ago worldwide, counts for its second edition in Dubai. Over 400 buyers seeking foreign programming, 300 broadcasters, public and commercial, cable, satellite and mobile, paid TV operators and VOD platforms. This diverse content market also features a focused co-production forum on business in the Middle East, North Africa and the Indian subcontinent. Countries such as India's guest of honor, the United States, France, Korea, the United Kingdom, Turkey, and the region of sub-Saharan Africa are validly represented at this edition. The founder of the DISCOP, this market that is spreading more and more in Africa, did not fail to explain its objectives and motivations.
We created the DISCOP markets at a time when emerging new territories were still
This time, hoping it the right time, we are talking about the participation of Label Television at the DISCOP Forum 2018 in Dubai. Listen to the story.
Given the challenging conditions of modern life, there is general agreement among all countries that disaster protection and national security are linked, and that the provision of protection against natural and man-made disaster must remain a top priority in national policy to ensure the welfare and security of people. The message was echoed during the sensitization caravan led by Mani Leona, focal point of the Directorate of Civil Protection in the Central Region of Cameroon. Exchanging with students at Lycée General Leclerc of Yaoundé, the fire brigade fighters and rescue team gave some prescriptions in case of danger.
In school, we usually get difficult situations. Last time, we heard about a roof going out and people started screaming. Today, they came and they told us that whenever you have such a situation, you should avoid panicking. Panicking is a very bad thing. And they also told us that we can call their phone number. They gave us their phone number, and that is 118. And then whenever we are afraid, whenever we feel that the situation is above our measures, above our control, we can call them.
Illustrations were made during these sessions to pupils of the Bemasi Primary School in Yaoundé, where the caravan made a stop before heading to Corbison, one of the main risky neighborhoods of the nation's capital, reputed for its flooding and sloping nature. Owono Damien, Divisional Officer for Yaoundé 7, emphasized on the need to accentuate sensitization campaigns on the issue, an activity carried daily by firefighters.
We all know our country today is facing some type of floods and accidents all over the country. So what we are here for is just to remind the population that the army and rescue team is there for them. And then that whenever you people are facing a situation where you need help, don't forget to dial 118. Call us and we will be there for you.
According to Mani Leona, focal point of the Directorate for Civil Protection in the Central Region, the activity of the day targeted mostly young people, as they are those exposed daily to dangers, and there is necessity to empower them with first aid notions.
Furthermore, South Sudan's information minister accuses foreign powers of manipulating the country's peace process. Listen to Joseph Willie.
South Sudan Information Minister Michael Makwe has accused United States, Britain and Norway of controlling South Sudan's peace process. Speaking Wednesday in Juba, Makwe said the East Africa bloc, IGAD, the official mediator of the process, is not really running the high-level forum in Addis Ababa aimed at reviving a collapsed 2015 peace deal. He said the agenda is dictated by the United States, Britain and Norway, known as the Troika countries. Troika and the EU, who are funding the peace process, are actually the ones in the driving seat because he who pays the piper calls the tune, Makwe said. South Sudan has been ridden in conflict between President Salva Kiir government forces and rebel groups since December 2013. Violence has displaced about 4 million people and left much of the country in a humanitarian crisis. Makwe also added that the Kiir administration rejects an IGAD proposal of having 4 vice presidents in a transitional government and a proposal to dissolve certain government institutions and establish new ones. South Sudan is not a test case where you can bring any principle and come and test here, he said. South Sudan is not a company, so that power sharing is 51-49%. South Sudan is a sovereign state, and it has the right to decide on its own issues, and nobody from outside will ever come and impose on us whatever he thinks, Makwe said. The information minister, who has been sanctioned by the United States for allegedly threatening the peace, security, and stability of South Sudan, also said any proposal that removes Kerr from office is a non-starter. In January, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, called Kerr's government an unfit partner for any country seeking peace in South Sudan. Kerr's latest remark could be seen as a violation of the cessation of hostilities agreement signed by South Sudan government and various stakeholders on December last year. An article in the accord states, I quote, "The parties shall not carry out unwarranted verbal attack against any entity associated with the implementation of this agreement," end of quote.
From South Sudan to Nigeria, a judge in Lagos ordered the confiscation of 2 multi-million-dollar penthouses in the latest seizure of assets linked to former oil minister on Wednesday. The commentary by Cordelia Ntole.
Diezani Alison Madueke, who served under former President Goodluck Jonathan until 2015, has been seized of 2 penthouses by a Nigerian court. She has been linked to a string of money laundering and bribery cases and investigations in several countries. Judge Mojisola Olatoregun, who's sitting at the Federal High Court in Lagos, said she had no hesitation in ordering the final forfeiture of the properties to the federal government. The ex-minister was arrested in London in October 2015 as part of a British investigation into international corruption and remains on bail. She is also one of the highest profile figures from the former administration to be targeted as part of President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption campaign. The properties subject to Wednesday's ruling were in the upmarket Ikori area of Lagos and the Banana Island gated community, popular with Nigeria's elite and wealthy expatriates. The court heard the first property was bought for $3.6 million, while the second was acquired for $1.2 million. Our lawyer, Emmanuel Basse, did not oppose the forfeiture application, which was brought by Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crime Commission, in short EFCC. In October last year, Alison Madueke lost properties in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, valued at 2.6 billion naira. There were both true fund companies linked to our cuisine and her, Donald Shidi, among both. He has told the EFCC the companies had been registered to hold properties on behalf of Alison Madueke. In August last year, a judge ordered the confiscation of Alison Madueke's $37 million luxury apartment complex on Banana Island.
Now, let's talk culture. In this newscast, the Senegalese-born in United States pop star Akon is in Ethiopia as part of events to celebrate the infamous Battle of Adwa, which happened 122 years ago. Listen to Georgina Mpiga. In sports, showed Akwasi Frimpong by the strangest twist of events decide not to compete in the 2022 Winter Olympic Games in Beijing, he will have at least fulfilled a part of what appears to be his twofold mission. Our reporter, Kote Perchano, has the details.
As a Ghanaian athlete venturing into unfamiliar sports territory, the now world-famous Frimpong went into the just-ended Winter Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea, with a careful thought-out agenda. My goal has always been the 2022 Olympics in Beijing, where I want to be competitive and win a medal for my country, Ghana. Akwasi said, born in a West African country which has never had snow and is rather big on football in terms of sports, the 32-year-old athlete knew Pyeongchang was going to be a tough call. But it did not deter him from pursuing a dream he had chased for so long, to become an Olympian. And he became more than just an Olympian. He was one of the few athletes who stole the hearts of millions of spectators. Akwasi Frimpong, one of the very few athletes to have switched from a sport in the Summer Games to one in the winter, qualified for the 2018 Games in January 2018. When I heard that I've qualified for the 2018 Olympics, I was very excited but mostly emotional. Here because of the day he got confirmation of qualification in the 23rd Winter Games in South Korea. It was about 4 a.m. in the morning when his 50-year dream was becoming a reality, something he said to have waited for so many years.
We thank you for watching and choosing Label Television to inform you at 12:30 exactly Central African Time. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to the Pan-African channel for the upcoming programs. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.